How one brilliant mind toppled kings, created dynasties, and shaped Indian politics for centuries. In a world of treacherous kings and ruthless empires, one man used intellect as his weapon and strategy as his shield. He dethroned tyrants without wielding a sword, wrote a political manual centuries ahead of its time, and engineered the rise of one of India's greatest dynasties. This is the story of Chanakya, the brilliant mind behind the Mauryan Empire, and the author of the legendary Arthashastra. Philosopher, economist, spy master, diplomat, teacher, kingmaker, Chanakya, also known as Kautilya or Vishnugupta, wasn't just a man, he was a force of nature. Today we uncover his untold story, and explore the shadowy genius behind India's first great empire. Chanakya was born around 350 BCE, likely in Takshashila, an ancient center of learning in present-day Pakistan. Raised as a Brahmin, he was a master of Vedas, logic, and political science. But what set him apart was his ruthless understanding of human nature and statecraft. When he saw India fragmented and threatened by foreign powers like the Greeks, he vowed to unite the land under one powerful ruler. Chanakya once approached the mighty Nanda dynasty of Magadha for support in unifying India, but the arrogant king Dhanananda humiliated him in court. Insulted, Chanakya made a chilling vow, to overthrow the Nandas and install a new ruler fit to lead Bharat. He left the court not with an army, but with a mind sharpened like a blade. Wandering the land, Chanakya found a fearless, intelligent youth, Chandragupta Maurya, a boy of humble origins, yet born to rule. Chanakya trained him in warfare, politics, diplomacy, and espionage, preparing him to be India's Alexander. Together, they would shake the foundations of power. Chanakya didn't rely on brute force alone, he built a vast spy network, stirred up rebellions, and exploited rivalries within the Nanda court. He believed in 4 tools of diplomacy: Sama, conciliation; Dana, gifts; Beda, division; and Danda, force. It wasn't war, it was psychological warfare, centuries before the term existed. Using sabotage, defection, and military strikes, Chanakya and Chandragupta toppled the Nanda dynasty. The tyrants were gone. The throne of Magadha now belonged to Chandragupta Maurya, and behind that throne stood the true mastermind, Chanakya. Chanakya's magnum opus, the Arthashastra, is a 6,000-verse treatise on governance, economics, and espionage. It discusses everything: taxation, law, foreign policy, military strategy, even the use of poisons and secret agents. Centuries before Machiavelli's The Prince, Chanakya had already outlined a cold, calculated approach to power. He believed a ruler's duty was to be effective, not emotional, and to prioritize the state above all else. Chanakya's world was one of constant threats, both internal and external. He advised forging alliances with enemies to defeat greater enemies. He promoted the idea of Rajamandala theory, a circular view of diplomacy where your neighbor is your enemy, and your neighbor's neighbor is your friend. It was chess, not war, and Chanakya always played to win. Chanakya's strategies helped Chandragupta create the Mauryan Empire, which at its height stretched from Afghanistan to Bengal. His book, the Arthashastra, was lost for centuries, until it was rediscovered in 1905. Since then, it has inspired economists, politicians, and strategists worldwide. To this day, Chanakya is remembered not just as a scholar, but as a genius of realpolitik, far ahead of his time. A person should not be too honest. Straight trees are cut first, and honest people are screwed first. Chanakya. Before you start some work, always ask yourself 3 questions. Why am I doing it, what the results might be, and will I be successful? Only when you think deeply and find satisfactory answers, go ahead. Chanakya. His words are sharp, timeless, and eerily relevant in today's world. Chanakya wasn't a conqueror, but he conquered more than kingdoms. He conquered the minds of kings, and left behind ideas that still echo through time. He proved that the pen can be mightier than the sword, but only when held by the right hand. If this story intrigued you, like, share, and subscribe to WiseBytes. Dive deeper into the minds who changed history, not with muscle but with mind.